thank you. Next lightning talks about this on IT security, Vadis.
Is that going to work then, or should we?
You can try your best.
Which one? This one?
We are not very sure. We cannot
You can try both.
probably the update.
If not, can I give you the laptop and you just do the button pushing? Button pushing? Can I just give you that?
Yeah. I do it.
And I'll tell you when to just hit next.
Yep. Sure.
Thank you. Does that show up?
You have to maybe just enable
Right.
the. Doesn't like us today.
There we go. Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Just hit space or?
Yeah, the mouse or space, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm working on a book called IT Security, Insecurity, the computer industry's way of life. And the reason why this is called Vadis is because it's only a rough cross-section of what the book is about. The reason that I want to present it here is because it will be under Creative Commons license. And let's go ahead. Let's start with the next slide, please. What is the current state? The current state is that there are flawed technologies. That is, the hardware has few security mechanisms, and most mechanisms aren't really security mechanisms. They're really operational mechanisms that are nowadays seen as security mechanisms. Memory management units, kind of that thing. Then there's software which fosters errors. That is, we have on one side development languages which are really, really hard to use correctly. Then that goes to, we have administrative interfaces which are kind of not good, and also end-user applications. All that could be done a lot better. We have legal issues. That is, we have on technology, we have bananaware. That is software that grows as it is being deployed, grows reif beim Kunden, they could say in German. Then we have services which, due to lack of legal liability, there's not always the kind of quality you expect. We have social issues which are that, for one, let's see, what's the first part? That we have practical issues. That is, people aren't aware that there are security issues with IT systems, or they're indifferent about it. They don't care anymore. They have resigned. Like, I don't want to install any patches anymore. Then there are ethical issues in terms of that there really isn't a large discussion about what security is in terms of like data privacy and all that. Next slide, please. What needs to be changed is the flawed technologies needs to be changed. On the hardware side, we need better mechanisms. On the software side, we need software that focuses on correctness, whether it's development environment or user interfaces. Then we have protocols. We need security on each layer, not like nowadays, security on just a few layers. Then we have the the lack of legal liability. We need to enforce the current legal enforcements, because right now, Windows says, you can't use it in a medical environment. Well, the reality shows different, just as an example. Then there is the services. That's liability in terms of if someone, you use a service and that service has a security issue, there needs to be practical legal liability. And the social side, there. I don't remember. Let's go on with the next slide. Next slide, please. So what won't change? For one, the technology won't change because hardware. There's so much old hardware that's used, and it won't change because that hardware has been invested in, and so changing that won't happen. And for another, the systems that have been proposed really don't offer good solutions, like TCP/IP. They have good aspects, but all in all, it's not really that great for everyone. Then we have legal. We need liability and all that, like I said, but there are two issues. One is that there is the industry lobbies in terms of, industry don't want that because that hurts their business. And also there's the internationalization aspect, because it's no good if we have something here in Germany but the rest of the world doesn't have anything. So then business just moves away. Also the thing that I skipped is the protocol, moving away from protocols towards like some genius new protocols will be hard. As an indication, take IPv6, how long that's been going on. That just kind of shows how long moving to something new will take. And the social issues down there, I need to look. Right, so yeah, just read the what it says there. And next slide, yes. And while there will be a happy ending, humans know how to adapt. If we figured it out, something doesn't work, we change the way we do it, and if that doesn't help, then we don't use whatever it was anymore, and something new comes up, and we use that until people figure out that that's not as good either. And then also there are more important things than IT, really, from a global perspective. This may not hold true for a few things, like maybe we ought to worry about IT security and like nuclear power plants and all that. And also the question is whether or not that'll hold true in like 25 years. And I hope you were happy with my improved version here. Thank you. Oh, right, one last thing. IT minus insecurity.com, the release will be late summer, I guess, and it'll be a Creative Commons license, so do with it whatever you want, kind of. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot.